Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat Show here on Buzzing Pattaya, the show where we talk about things that are happening right here, right now, as well as general news, tips, information, advice. Today, I'm delighted to bring Matt to the channel. How you doing, my man?
Doing well, thank you, sir.
He's doing really, really well. So we're here at Manos Cheesesteaks and Burgers. If you're not sure where we are, have a look on the map now, guys. You'll see exactly where we are. From the Buzzing Lounge, you are literally a 10-minute walk. Just come out the top, turn right, head down 3rd Road, get down the 3rd. You'll see a property coming on the left-hand side with a big yellow arrow pointing in. Come in here. And you're going to find it here. What a nice place, mate. What a nice place.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're very lucky to have found this spot. I say lucky because we weren't actually looking specifically for it.
Right.
And it just kind of popped up, and, kind of serendipitous as we were looking for a location.
Yeah.
And some guys will say the location's terrible. Yeah. Other guys say the location's great. I'm going to say it's a lucky location.
I think what you do have, which a lot of restaurants in the city don't have, is you've got a nice ample parking space up there.
Right, exactly. When Midnian's not trying to take my parking.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, guys, if your motorbike needs a service or repair, come out, poke it over there at Midnian, then come in here and have a feed, and then you go get your bike and goods in, win-win.
That's a win-win,
That's it, and you're on the way. So
we got beer.
So, even better. Well, actually, no, because you're driving your motorbike.
Oh, great.
Get the white to join us. Right, so we're here now in what is a lovely restaurant. But before we talk about your restaurant,
sure,
tell me a bit about yourself. Where are you from?
So I'm originally from Southern California in the States.
Okay.
And I grew up there until about 2007, and then I moved to the East Coast, South Jersey by it's called Cherry Hill by Philadelphia. And that's where I got introduced to the proper, real cheesesteak.
Steaks. Oh, okay.
Because when you're out in Philadelphia and I had my family come to visit, to me, no offense to the guys who live in Philadelphia, there's only 2 things in my opinion to do in Philadelphia. See the Liberty Bell and eat cheesesteaks. And it's like, yep, the bell still has a crack. So let's go get some cheesesteaks.
You do realise my geography is shocking. I've got no idea where you are.
Oh, no, don't worry.
I've got no idea in the way. If you watch any of my live streams, people laugh about it because they're like, where's this job? I'm like, no idea. Yeah. If I'm past Beach Road or 3rd Road, I'm stuffed. That's it. I mean,
it's a great, the fog of war, right? The grey area.
It's just a big area. I just got no idea where. So what made you come over here?
So in 2000, it's ironically back in 2007.
We're in the middle of an interview and they're going to try and sell me a lottery ticket. We said that happened, right?
Well,
okay, Diane, thank you.
We think the lucky location. Maybe we should have bought one.
Yeah, bring it back. Come back. Yeah, sorry. So when did you come out here?
So I first came out to Thailand in 2007, and it was just for 1 week because I've been in the video games industry for 20 years. Wow. And so I started at a big company called Electronic Arts, which is one of the biggest in the world. And then I moved to another company called Vivendi, and I was a producer. And part of my job as producer was I was working on a product and we needed some talent, and just coincides that my boss had a relationship with a business owner in Bangkok.
Okay.
And so as a producer, we had to be very hands-on. This is 2007. There wasn't video calls. There wasn't like this technology that we like is so embedded in our lives now. So we believe in face-to-face. So I flew to Thailand for just that 1 week. And I just fell in love with this country. Like right away, it was just like getting out of America for almost the first time in my life. And you're experiencing just this complete polar opposite pace of life.
Yeah.
Accessibility to some things. And for the first time, ice and beer. I had never seen that before in my entire life. But what an amazing first week that was for work. And it was at that time just, serendipitous. I met Mrs. Mano.
Right.
But it was just like a little spark or something, but I didn't think too much of it because it's like, I'm just here for a week. Wow, what beautiful women and very kind and feminine. And I just fell in love with that. Went home, and maybe some guys will experience the rubber band effect. The plane's taking off, and you're like, how do I get back?
Yeah, it was the most depressing feeling in the world. You should be going to the airport to check out.
Yeah. It
was just like, oh, man. I mean, me personally, I've said this many times. I used to have to go home and book a flight immediately I got back. Even if the flight was going to get cancelled later on, it gave me something to aim towards.
Yeah.
Because going back and saying, well, when are you going to go back? Oh, I don't know. That was horrible. I say, I'm going back in 4 months and 3 weeks and 2 days. And even if in that time I had to change it, well, I had to change. So there you go. Yeah. So, I mean, you talk about games, Call of Duty, stuff like that?
That was the company at Activision. I actually worked on at Electronic Arts, an older title called Medal of Honor, Pacific Assault. It was kind of the same thing, like the World War II themed.
Yeah.
I worked on so many products, it's hard to even recall some of them because I've done every job in the industry. I basically started at the very bottom as just a tester. Like literally you would just test, and that was 16-hour days sometimes.
16 hours playing games?
Yeah, playing games.
What's that about?
And it's funny, since guys are like, it's a dream job. It's like, actually, it's hell because the game's not done yet. So you're playing the most broken piece of nonsense, repetition. You're just like, your eyes glaze over. You just want to hit your head in the desk. But then, going from quality assurance to then production. And then I produced lots of product. And then I became director and I ran studios. And then the last company I was at that was in the industry and was Ubisoft. And Ubisoft is a giant French company that's, unfortunately, it's on its decline, like a lot of things in the industry right now.
Okay.
And I was the studio manager for Ubisoft Odessa in Ukraine. And absolutely loved it out there. But the things happen as we know. And with a wife and kids now, I married that girl. I ended up marrying
You
that
came to Bangkok for a week.
Right, we should look back.
Hold on, you came here for a week, and how did that transgress? Did you come back again?
It came back again, but 2 years later. So I went
2 years later?
Yeah, so
you met her and then didn't see her for 2 years.
Yeah, because it was just like, it was like a shot in the dark. It's like, wow, what an amazing little adventure.
Yeah.
But I'm going back to the States, right? So I didn't really put my heart into it at that point. But then I went to the East Coast, another company, and I ended up having the same boss. It was a small industry. Okay. And he's like, Mano, can you go back to Thailand and replicate what you did previously? I'm like, hell yes, I can.
Oh, yeah, I'm on it.
Right? Absolutely. I mean, twist my arm, right? And so went back in 2009, same company, and I'm like, rung up that girl, and that's when it like clicked, and that's when it hit. I'm like, okay, there's lightning strike twice, right?
So what was your first meeting like after 2 years of being apart?
Like it picked right back up.
Really?
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
And the butterflies and the nervous. It's like, I was confident at that time of life, but someone that makes you feel unconfident, it's like, oh, wait a second. Yeah. And what was fun is that it was very genuine, which is very, it's a hard thing to say about in Thailand. Like, is this genuine or is this not? And it was a genuine. And we've been married now for this year. It'll be 13 years.
13 years. Good on you, my man. Mate, you show that's brilliant. Fair play. Yeah. You see what you're doing with gloomers out there? You say, oh, you can't do it. It'll never last. 13 years. Fair play to you, my friend. So you're here now.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're an extremely talented computer programmer, gamer, etc. What the hell are you doing selling steaks now? How did that work?
Exactly. Like,
how did that happen?
I never thought that would happen. Ask me like this like a year ago. I'd be like, yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Well, clearly you're crazy because you're doing it. I mean, so talk to me, how did Manos Cheesesteaks and Burgers evolve? How did that idea even appear, let alone be like it is now?
So it was interesting is that in this industry of being engaged for 20 years, I've been laid off 5 times. Previously it was 4 times, but because I've been in this industry and I know the business and I've seen this as a very strong collapse coming. Okay. And it's happening right now. And I saw the writing on the wall. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm so burned out on this. Like, I'm so done. We're coming up for the 5th time being laid off. And knowing that now that we have the family here and my daughter here, she's getting older. When we moved to Ukraine to work at Ubisoft, she was only 5. And we're like, okay, boom, punted her in the Ukraine schools. There was no international school there. So she picked up Ukrainian and Russian, so she was fluent. But then...
And in Thai?
And in Thai. So
and
English, Thai, Russian, Ukrainian.
Wow, what a future.
Right?
Future.
But that's when she was much younger. And then when we came back to Thailand, every time I lost my job, because at the level I got to, general manager or COO, is I can't just get a job in the same city, same state. I mean, I had to geolocate. And it was thinking about her that she's growing up without friends now. Because every time we move, we're changing her social group. So they just, okay, we're going to get laid off. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if it's when. How do I keep the family here? I wonder, okay, we're in Pattaya now. She's got a group now. Daddy's got to make an effort. What can we do? And I'm so burnt out on games, right? And it just happened to be, I was in Macro and was, I love cheesesteaks, living near Philly. And it was just an idea that sparked when I saw like a cheese sauce on the bag. And I'm like, I feel like eating my own cheesesteak. It wasn't even about the business idea. So I bought that cheese sauce, just garbage, by the way. Absolute garbage.
Just as a disclaimer, that's not from me. Okay?
Right.
I said that.
I said that. And, I bought some steak. I didn't know what the proper steak was. And I didn't have it sliced thin enough. I didn't have my own bread, so I bought a baguette. I put it all together, and I ate the cheesesteak. And it was a cheese. It was technically steak on bread with
You're lying. Your face is lying. It was horrible. I didn't see in your face. It was horrible.
It was terrible. But it sparked the idea of like, can I replicate it though? Because my time in the industry and gaming, it's funny how much it's like transitioned over, is the approach in your methodology and how you problem solve top down. Okay, well, what is a feature in a product? Well, what is a cheesesteak?
Okay.
What is a burger? And you break it down in the most simplest aspects. It's just meat, cheese, and bread. Okay, but what meat and why? Okay, what kind of cheese and why? What kind of bread and why?
You make your own bread, don't you?
Yeah.
I was amazed when I popped that the other day and you're making your own bread. I mean,
yeah.
How have you done this?
Just through just sheer stupidity and sheer will. Like we originally tried to partner with another company for doing our bread, because I really try to take things risk averse and like looking at my own time, which is very hard right now. But we weren't willing to sacrifice the product. I'm like, we need to have this type of bread as that core component. And it's like, if we can't get someone to partner with us to do it the way that we need to, and this is no slight to any of the partners, to be honest, it's like we were just too small in B2B and business to business.
Okay.
They would say, how much do you want? I'm like, I don't know. How much are you going to order? I don't know. And to be fair, I was an uncertain partner, so they couldn't commit. So I'm like, okay, then we have to roll up our sleeves and dive into it. But I would say like the wealth of information on the internet is just unfathomable if you actually look for education.
Yeah.
And so I
totally agree.
So I'm self-taught. So I basically like, I knew for a year I was going to be laid off. So in my spare time, I was making bread every single day. I was making cheesesteaks every day, and I'm so sick of eating those prototypes, I can't even tell you. I mean, I was sweating cheesesteak.
If we go out for dinner tonight, you don't want a cheesesteak.
Exactly.
So away from cheesesteak, what's your favourite dish?
That we make here?
No, if you were to go out tonight and have any food, what would you eat?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, I've been really craving some. I do love Thai food.
Oh,
I absolutely love Thai
favorite
food.
food.
And it's part of the thing too. Like when you're actually leaving and the plane's going off, you're not just thinking about just like some of the, the nightlife or just the engagement, just the fun. There's that Thai food and the smell, the aromas, and the fruit. So to me, I love like an assortment of the Thai food. I love the gayang, the grilled chicken.
Yeah.
I love the really good the fried pork, the mudad deals, because I'm a dipper.
Okay.
And I love the Thai food has like different sauces for every dish. And to me, an assortment, like that would be my thing, is like an assortment of like the green sauce for some shrimp, the sauce for this, because that's...
I totally agree. I mean, you're here now. I mean, obviously you've got a fantastic play. To be fair play to you, you've done really well. I mean, what's been the toughest part of opening this business? Because, number one, you're in a city that's probably got about 500 restaurants, if not more. And you're in a location which isn't on the beaten path. In other words, the tourist guys come out and less likely to actually walk past you. So you're not really going to grab much of a tourist.
Yeah.
However, you're doing really well. I mean, what's been the challenges along the way?
It's interesting is that the challenges have been kind of, morphing and changing based on the dynamic. But I would say initially the challenge was finding a very good vendor partner for our supply chain.
Okay.
Because to me, I believe in doing my business in the past is that it's so important to have a counterpart that is responsible to you, accountable to you, accountability and responsibility. And we found that vendor partner to where before it's like, okay, because I'm new, where do I source my meat at? Mm-hmm. Where do I source this cheese at? And if you have too many different partners, you're fragmenting yourself, you're fragmenting your attention, you're fragmenting your inventory. And we know it's like, so scalability was a challenge.
Okay.
We found that good vendor partner. And now it's like I have a single point that deals with all our importation. That's like a broker.
Yeah.
So that's where we get all our Australian ribeye, our Australian chuck, and some other Australian beefs that we use in our blends.
That's hungry now.
Right? And it's just a single point of contact.
Okay.
Which is like, okay, a single invoicing and billing. So that was one challenge with scalability and getting that locked down. But another challenge that we have is just on the operational side.
Yes.
Is
Yes. Do you know what I'm saying that for? I tell you what, sorry to interrupt.
No, please.
I'm thinking to myself, here's a guy that's worked at the high levels of his company. I want it done, and I want it done not now. I want it done like 10 minutes ago. Hurry up. And now you're in Thailand. Welcome to Thailand.
We'll remove it. Like, Thailand has two speeds, slow as shit and fast as ass. And there's nothing in between.
Oh, I'm glad you said this. So how are you dealing with the frustration? Like, you should be here an hour ago. Yeah, but I'm here now, boss. No, an hour ago. No, I'm here, boss. How do you deal with this?
I gained 10 kilos in 3 months of just alcohol. This was Leo Chong and I had some Singha on the back.
I mean, you've got a great team here now. When in terms of the menu, how did you come out with the menu? Well, because obviously you said to me that you just like a cheesesteak, so you thought, well, let's do it. But I mean, you've got a good selection of burgers.
Yeah.
How did you compile your menu?
So that's actually the fun part is when we think about like, I'll kind of go into like the topic that I brought up to some other guys that came in is this is a fun, it's interesting, but it's also very contentious, is authentic. Like, what is authentic, right? Because I say like, it's authentic American. And holy crap, is that a can of worms to open up? Because I didn't realize this, is that when we had our first cheesesteaks being posted, which is just our basic cheesesteak, is that started the Great Philly War on Facebook and Reddit. Because they're like, if it's not provolone, it's not authentic. Oh, wait, where are the mushrooms and bell peppers? And I'm like, we have that, right? But then I learned is that when we talk about authentic, it's like, this is my authentic American, because America's a big country. So we have Americana, barbecuing in the back with our family on the 4th of July. The beautiful part about what I want to say about this is that you get 100 people in a room now and you say, what's authentic? They all have different opinions of what that is.
True, yeah.
What I've learned is it's a nostalgia. It's a feeling of nostalgia. Nostalgia is so powerful, right? That's why Hollywood keeps making the same damn movie over and over again, right? So the menu grew because of a desire to help people with their nostalgia, because this is a place for expats. Like I'm so open to feedback. So originally we had my homemade American cheese, because I'm getting that cheese sauce. Don't buy it. So we make it ourselves. And the guys were like, I miss provolone cheese. I want my cheesesteak with provolone. And we're like, okay, well, how can we do this? Provolone is like, I'll be honest, provolone's more expensive than the ribeye.
Right. Okay.
And so, but we found ways to accommodate that. And the menu slowly began to grow, but we kept it, and this goes back to the scalability and operational part, is we kept it simple. So we still have steak, meat, cheese, but then the variations are just additions. Okay, well, what cheese do you want? I want American pepper jack and provolone. Well, do you want it with mushrooms or not? And then you just scale it, and that makes people feel so happy because now the menu looks like it's big, but it's actually still very simple. It just has the variations of how you want it is how I'll do it for you. Some guys are like, I want bell peppers. I'm like, okay, I got green, red, or mix. Give me mix. Give me only green. To me, no sweat. No sweat off my back. If you want it that way, I'll do it for you.
So when you're making the menu, how many disagreements have you and your wife had about it? It should go on this, no, it shouldn't, yes, it should, no, it shouldn't.
Actually, surprisingly, like zero.
I mean, I just say, I want to know who wins. No, but in, and if it goes to somebody, I told you so.
Oh, this is my only victory for him. It's my only victory there. Everything else is just like, I got too much grape from my age, I think. No, she's wonderful.
But you're going to say that because she'll be watching this later on. Then
exactly, and at some point I have to sleep.
With one eye open, just in case. Honestly, no, he's only joking. You're doing a great job. I mean, I came up here the other day. I've got to say the food was fantastic. It really, really was fantastic. And I know a lot of the guys watching the channel have since been up when I did it because I shouted out on news about stuff. And the feedback's been brilliant. I mean, you're doing it really, really well. I mean, you must be pleased with how it's going.
I'm in shock, to be honest, because it's so humbling and just like, have to be honest that the heart is just filled with gratitude. It's like when we started this experiment a year ago, it was a question of, can we do it? And then the feedback that we got is like, oh my God, we're doing it, And this comes with its own set of challenges, It's making sure that, number one, we can deliver consistently, And so a lot of the operational side is to make sure it's like, I want you happy. And the slogan now is morphed into, after getting feedback, it's like, dude, Matt, this tastes like home. That's our slogan now. It's a taste of home.
Yeah.
Right?
And nice a lot.
And I love that because the whole model was, I want to see you again.
Yeah.
Not just like one time. It's like what became very fun and just kind of share, it's like how the feedback has just been wonderful is some guys will be coming in and they'll overhear, it's like, where are you from? I'm from SoCal. And someone else from across the room shouts, hey, I'm there too. And next thing you know, I'm in the back cooking and you're hearing people having fun and having a conversation. So to me, it's like, okay, how organic was that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But that's good. That's worth its weight in gold because you get people that come in and have a nice environment. The one thing I like about it here is like we're sat here now. I think you've got, no, in fact, you don't have any fans on, and the breeze is just brilliant.
Oh, right, yeah.
The breeze is brilliant. I forgot. Here. Well, no, but that's what I mean. It's like, I mean, obviously I'm acclimatized. I know you are as well. But the fact is, when you sit here, it's not hot. You don't need all the fans on everything. And it's like you can people watch. I like watching what's going on across the road. I think, oh, what's going on there? They're selling food. They're doing motorbikes. So, in terms of the future,
sure.
You're sat here now. You're happy with where you are. You're happy with what you're doing. You've made the transition between the gaming world to now being a restaurateur.
Yeah.
What do you think the future is?
I'm hoping that at some point I'll be able to hire some more staff to help me get more of my time back. Because right now we're at 16-hour days, 17-hour days, to be honest. But it's worth it because the experiment's been proven that it can be done. Now the future, I want to scale it. And I say success allows for success. Maybe in the future, it means opening up more franchises. Maybe we'll do one around. It's like, if people are happy and there's expats in other cities, if we could do something and let this become the new opportunity, then let's seize it. But you've got to remain humble, got to remain grounded. Yeah. And the future is that if I ever lose sight of that, I hope I got buddies to slap me back into place to be like, hey, man, what happened here? Slap me back into place because we got to always remain true to that code and honor. But I would love to see this become something that is sustainable and broad-reaching, that everyone can have that taste of home.
See, he's left the corporate world, but the corporate world's still in you. I'm going to scale up and the franchisee. You just can't be happy.
You can add the devil horns coming in the back.
You know what? I'm just happy. I'm happy. I'm with my family. We're having a good time. No, the corporate comes out. Yeah, let's scale it up. Let's franchise out, etc. But no, I wish you all the best. I genuinely do, man. I really, really do.
Thank you so much.
It's a hard enough job as it is in the best of times. To be doing what you're doing, the way you're doing it. The feedback I've had. I'm sure, guys. Come out and I'll go through details in a second. But come and try the food. It really is very, very good. If you're in a car, no dramas, parking galore. If you're on a motorbike, no dramas, parking here. And if you bring your motorbike, you can go and get quick service. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And in typical true style, it's starting to rain out then.
Exactly.
Right. I'm going to walk back in a bit. Anyway, not to rain. So, in terms of opening, what times do you open?
So we're open. Today's actually Monday. We're off today, and it's surprising how many people still come, and that's a testament to how much they love it. So we're open Tuesday to Sunday.
Yep.
Now 1 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
And I can share right now that the 1 to 3 is a slamming lunch rush.
Okay.
And just to let you guys know that it's me doing all the cooking.
Yeah.
So just to be patient, I'm back. I'm doing my best for you.
Yeah.
But
just to point out, he does have a work permit as well. So in case of a how can you do that? That was one of the headache we spoke about last time. You had to get the work permit. Anyway, that's the end of that.
It's a chicken or the egg, right?
1 till 10.
1 to 10.
And that's Tuesday through to Sunday.
That's correct.
Okay. And how can people see your menu? Where do they go? We've got a Facebook page.
So yeah, we have a Facebook page. It's Manos Cheesesteaks.
Okay. I'll put that in the description.
And then also, if you look us up on just the Google Map pin, on our pin right now, is that we actually add the menu.
Okay.
So you can actually look at it at the location. And I'm updating that, but you can scroll and you can see what our menu looks like. We got everything on there from the cheesesteaks, all the variations. Before we had the cheesesteak that was a single serving, which is our half hoagie. Now I sell the supers. It's surprising how many guys are like, I want the super. And literally, we put it out there, but the guys literally go like, oh shit.
Yes.
Oh wow.
I saw it. I mean, that's what when I came out of half. I couldn't. That was incredible. That was incredible. But right, it's been a pleasure. Guys, I'll put all the details down in the description down below. Before I go, I ask everybody that I chat to this one question. We got a guy, he's on the airplane, he's about to land. He's never been here before. I'm going to grab him, bring him down here, say, put your cases down over there, son, sit next to him. What would you tell him?
I would say, have a plan. Be patient, enjoy, don't take things so seriously. This is a different country, you're a guest, and it's a land of smiles, right? Just enjoy yourself. Go out and try things, try something that you haven't tried before. You're here because you don't want to be there anymore, right? So experience something new. Eat something different. Smile, try, and then book your next flight because you're going to want to the moment you take off.
You're going to want to come back. It's that dreadful feeling when you're sitting there, but oh no, book a flight back. There you go. You heard it from the man himself. It's been an absolute pleasure, my friend. It's been a pleasure. Guys, what I'll do is I'll put all the information in the description of the video description down below. If you're not sure, get in touch with me if you need any more help. But please come up and try. Honestly, the food is very, very good. I think you're doing a fantastic job. It really is great to see you succeeding, and long may this continue. When you're walking down there and see a franchise, this video here is where you started that idea. That's the corporate in you.
We're at the beginning, right?
That's the corporate in you. Anyway, there we go, guys. That's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As I say, please come up and have a chat, guys, and try some of this food. It's fantastic. Okay, thank you very much for watching. As always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. If you haven't already, have a look on Discord. Discord's over 20,000 members in there. It's totally free of charge. Come and join the show. There's lots of information. I'll put a room in there for the cheesesteaks as well for Manos in here. So have a look at there. You can see the stuff, and I'll get all that put in there for you. If you haven't, have a look at our TikTok. TikTok, over 22,000 people in there. We do daytime stuff, things to do in the day. Places like this to come and see. So have a look at TikTok. Instagram, all about the nightlife, so you know what to expect on that one. And if you'd like to support the channel, please become a member here on YouTube and send me through a screenshot of your membership, and I'll give you access to our members-only Discord area. All right, that's it for me today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And please, as always, wherever in the world, stay safe.